If you're thinking about getting high level but you're not quite sure how it's going to benefit your business, then keep watching this video. I'm going to take you through a quick tutorial that shows you exactly what the platform can do. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name's Jay and I explore platforms like GoHighLevel in depth so you don't have to. My job is to help you pick, use and master the right platform for your business. Now, GoHighLevel has so many features, it can feel really overwhelming and it can be quite unclear as to how it can benefit your business. So what I'm going to do today is break everything down on the platform, give you a quick overview, and hopefully that will help you decide if it's the right one for you to use. Of course, videos like mine can only take you so far. The best way to learn these platforms is to try them out for yourself. So if you click the link in the description below, you'll find an extended 30-day free trial for the GoHighLevel platform. And if you keep watching to the end, I'm going to show you how to extend that so you get 58 days worth of free use, so you can really get to explore the platform and try out all the features without spending a cent. As always, if you like this type of content, please do consider subscribing to the channel, and if you like this video in particular, do give it a thumbs up. Your support means the world to me and it shows me exactly what types of videos I should be making more of. Now with that said, let's get into it. So I think the main thing that people find daunting about GoHighLevel is the sheer amount of things it can do. And it is true, it can do a lot. It's got over 300 features, which sounds really overwhelming. But consider it from this perspective. You need these things to run your business, okay? So the platform contains everything you need to run your online business. Now, if you were to purchase all of these tools separately, this is what GoHighLevel replaces, by the way. If you were to purchase these all separately, you would have to learn all those different platforms. Now, the thing is, they all function in a completely different way. So, let's say you take on 10 different platforms, that's a lot to learn. Whereas with GoHighLevel, you are just learning one platform. Now, jumping into the platform, I'm going to quickly talk you through what we call a sub-account. Now, when you set up GoHighLevel, you have what's called the agency dashboard and the agency account. This is the overall arching account where all your main settings are configured. And then each sub-account acts as a separate compartment of GoHighLevel. So when you start taking on clients, you can set up a sub-account for each of them. And that means none of their data will get mixed up and it will keep everything separate. Now, if you're just having GoHighLevel for yourself, you will still need to set up a sub-account for your own business. So here you can just do it. You just go here, create sub-account, run through the setup process, and that will be generated for you. And then you also have something called Snapshots. These are really useful. So if you work in a specific niche, like for example, here we've got a bakery, we've got automotive and so on, you can load these snapshots and that comes with loads of pre-built templates that you can use within your sub-account. It just saves you starting everything up from scratch and helps you get off the ground a lot quicker. So let's now jump into a sub-account because that's where you're going to be doing most of your activities. Just pop up here, click here to switch and then select the relevant sub-account. When you start adding more sub-accounts, they'll appear in that list. Let's just get rid of that. This is a dummy account, by the way, so none of the data is actually real. But this is your dashboard. So when you first log into your sub-account, the dashboard will generate, and this is an overview of everything you've got going on within that particular sub-account. So all of your sales, opportunities, funnel, stages, all of that, it's all here. And it's completely customizable as well. So you can just add new widgets, you can move them around on the interface, and you can tailor it exactly to your needs to display the information that's relevant to your business. I also just want to quickly show you the Launchpad because this is a checklist of all the essential services that you should connect to GoHighLevel in order to get the most out of the platform. Stripe is essential. Without it, you can't facilitate most payments, so definitely do that. And then you have all these other ones as well. If you don't have them set up yet, no worries, you can do it at a later date. But if you do have a Google profile, Facebook, and so on and so forth, definitely connect them because that will give you more capabilities with the platform. Jumping now into the conversations tab, I just want to talk about this quickly. There's nothing generated at the moment because, like I said, it is a dummy account. But essentially, once you start connecting all of your communications, they will all pull into this one interface. So it kind of acts like an email inbox, but it also includes your SMS messages, WhatsApp messages, and social media messaging as well. So it acts as one central place where you can view which conversations need to be responded to, which ones you haven't read yet, and so on. And then you can also include automation into this and actually send canned responses. So it makes the whole thing a lot more efficient, and it means that your customers don't get left out and you don't forget to respond to them. So it's a super convenient way to manage all of your incoming and outgoing text-based messages. Jumping now into the calendars tab. So this essentially replaces tools like Calendly. You can have unlimited calendars. So you can set one up for each of the type of appointments appointments that you or your clients run. So if you're doing one for coaching calls, discovery calls, and so on, you can set up a separate calendar. So it just prevents everything from getting mixed up. So you can see down here, I've got all of these calendars set up. And if you just click up here, you can manually book in an appointment. You can pick the calendar which it relates to and then add in all the details. So we can just have a look at them here and so on. So this pulls, if you tick all of these, by the way, it's going to pull all of your appointments into one place so you can see how they overlap and what you've got going on as a holistic view. Now, to set up a calendar, you just need to go into the settings, click create calendar, and you can see you have all of these different calendar types. So from one-to-one bookings to group bookings and even service bookings, you can tailor each calendar for your specific requirements. So from that perspective, it's incredibly detailed, and it allows you to set up really comprehensive booking systems that can also be automated. Just also within the calendar settings, you can of course set your availability. So you can do that in here. You can just go into here and set all of the information up so it's completely customized. And then you've got the booking widget here, so you can embed this onto your web pages, or you can send it as a shareable link to the people that require it. So that means you can send it via text message or via WhatsApp or anything like that. So it just allows customers to book really, really easily without actually having to go on to a specific website to do so. Now, the contacts tab, I think, speaks for itself. It's obviously where you add all of your leads and all of your customer data. You can see, you can just add them as they come in. You can import or export CSV files. And let's just pop into this one. So it's actually super comprehensive because it pulls all of your contact activity into one place. So when they take part in activities such as booking appointments or enrolling on courses, anything like that, it will show up here in this tab. This is where you can view the conversation feed. So if you've had an email conversation, an SMS conversation, and so on, that will all show up here. And then here is obviously all of their information. So you've got the basic info, contact information. You can add general information, additional information. You can add tags. You can even add automations. And then you can change all of their do not disturb and communication preferences. So everything can be handled under one simple interface without you having to click into all the different features to do all of these things. The Opportunities tab is where you can view all of your campaign pipelines and the status of each of your leads. So it's a great visual way to understand what needs nurturing and what doesn't. So here we've got a pipeline set up. You can see all of the pipeline stages here, and then all of the leads that are listed under the relevant stage. And if you want to move one, you just drag and whoop, drop it into the right spot, and that's done. And if you want to add a new opportunity, just click up here, complete all the details, choose the pipeline, choose the stage, add the value, and it's done. And then you can switch between all of your different pipelines here. You can have unlimited pipelines, by the way. Now, the best thing about this is the whole thing can be automated, so you don't have to manually go in and switch from one stage to another. You can set up workflows so each lead automatically moves through the pipelines, so you have a real-time update and view of what's going on with each of your campaigns. Now, as a beginner, I understand automation might not be the first thing you want to learn, and that's completely understandable. If you've only got one or two pipelines, then you don't really have to worry about automation because it's easy to adjust them manually. But when you start building multiple pipelines, you are definitely going to want to learn automation, because keeping on top of, say, 10, 20, 30 different pipelines will become a full-time job in itself. So definitely, when you get to that point, start leveraging automation to help you run your business. So I'm going to talk quickly through the Payments tab. This is where you manage all things sales and payment related. Here you can create invoices and send them to your clients. There are templates and estimates that you can use as well. This is an entire document and contract creator. So not only can you create contracts, but you can send them out and receive e-signatures as well. So you don't have to use a third-party app to do that, which are typically quite expensive. So you can do that here. This is where you manage all your orders. You can check your subscriptions. Payment links is brilliant because you can send out a link via text or WhatsApp to the customer. They click on the link and then they just pay. So it's a really, really easy way to get your payments faster rather than sending out invoices, which obviously takes a little bit longer. This is where you can see all of your transactions. Here you can create products. So GoHighLevel does facilitate the selling of physical products as well as digital ones. And this is where you can create those listings and manage that. Then you've got your coupons, and then you've got various payment integrations. Now, GoHighLevel has expanded this recently, but still the main one you have to use is Stripe. So well, as I said earlier, what you need to do is one of the first things you need to do on the platform is to set up your Stripe account. And once you've done that and connected it to GoHighLevel, then you can start receiving payments. So really, out of all the integrations you can use with this platform, Stripe is the only essential one. I'm now in the AI Agents tab, and although you might learn this as a beginner right off the bat, this is definitely something you're going to want to get to grips with at some point. Essentially, you can train AI voice and text-based conversation bots to act as customer service agents on behalf of yours or your client's business. Now, this is brilliant because it automates entire conversations, it completely reduces the manual input of the business, and better still, people are running entire businesses just by offering these services. And everybody wants AI at the moment, so there's a lot of money to be made here. Now, just bear in mind that this is a paid extra on top of your usual GoHighLevel subscription fee, but considering the amount of money there is to be made here, it's definitely worth getting to know at some point and offering these services to your clients. Okay, so I am now in the marketing tab. This is obviously a big part of GoHighLevel, so there's a lot you can do with it, but I'm just going to whiz through the main features. First, you can connect all of your social media accounts, and definitely do this because that means you can create your posts within GoHighLevel and then schedule them out to all the different platforms at your desired time and date. So it makes it really easy to manage all of your socials in one place. Then you've got the emailing tool. Now, GoHighLevel is its own SMTP provider, so what that means is you do not have to connect with a third-party app in order to send out emails. GoHighLevel does it all for you. So you can send out email blasts, or you can create sequenced campaigns, and GoHighLevel does have a lot of really nicely designed email templates that you can use, so you don't have to design them from scratch. The social planner and emails are probably going to be the first two things you set up under this marketing tab, but there are lots of other things you can do as well. I'm not going to go through them all with this video, but just as a couple of quick examples, you've got the affiliate manager, so you can set up and run affiliate programs for your own products and services. You're probably going to want to set up a brand board as well, so this allows you to create a design kit for your brand style, and that ensures all the elements you create across the platform are cohesive. And then you have an ad manager as well. There's lots of proven templates, and it allows you to set up and publish ads to external places, all within the GoHighLevel platform. Now, this is a paid extra as well, so that's just something to bear in mind when you start using it. So I am now in the automations tab. Now, this is the part that people find the most daunting when they first start using the platform, because it is complicated and it does have a steep learning curve. But trust me, stick with it because it's going to help your business so much. Now, to help you get started, GoHighLevel has a bunch of recipes. Now, these are pre-built automation workflows for common purposes. So you can just select one of these and use it, and it will have everything set up ready to go for you. Let's just jump into one I've set up here. So this is a very basic workflow. You've got a simple trigger, and then you've got a couple of actions that follow it. Now, you can make these as complex or as simple as you like. Let's just click the plus sign here, and you can see all of the different actions that you can add in. Now, what I do love about this is you have branching. So depending on the action that the lead or the customer takes will determine the next part of the workflow. So if somebody signs up for a campaign or completes a lead form, then you can have a specific branch that follows that. If they decline to follow the action, then you can have another branch within the workflow that follows that. So you can make them incredibly detailed and incredibly targeted to what the lead or the customer does. So here you go. I've just brought up a more complex workflow so you can see this is one of GoHighLevel's recipes, the Fast 5 Lite. So you can see here, did the contact reply? If they did, then they follow this branch, and if they didn't, then they follow this branch. So you can see you can make them really complex and specific to what the lead or the customer does. Now, like I said, stick with this, learn it. It does take time, but do it because you can automate pretty much most of your business. That includes your campaigns, but also your business operations, admin tasks, customer contacts, everything. So start simple, use the recipes, understand how they work, and the more you get into it, the more it will make sense. In the Sites tab is where you'll find the funnel and website building tools. You can see here you can select to create a new funnel. There are tons of templates that you can choose from, so they range from basic funnels up to more complex ones, and for loads of different business niches. So just browse through those and pick the one you like the most. Let's just jump into here so you can see the funnel steps are laid out nicely here, and you can create split tests, so you can test different variations of the same funnel to see which one works best. And then under the website tabs, similarly, you have lots and lots of templates that you can pick from. Let's just go into here, you can see all the different pages, and I'll just quickly show you the editing tool. It is very easy to use. If you've used a website builder before, you'll find it pretty easy. So you've just got all the different design elements. You've got your editing section on the left here, and then you just find the little crosses here and you can click to add in new elements. So there's all the things you would expect for a website builder, everything from order forms to adding in maps and reviews and things like that. To add new elements onto the page, all you do is grab it, find the desired spot and drop it into place. And then also GoHighLevel has a ton of pre-built sections, so you don't even have to design those from scratch. You can just pick the one that you need and then again just drag and drop it into place and it will appear like magic. And there's loads of other things as well. You've got store templates and you've got widget marketplace, section templates that you can create yourself, and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So you can really make the website work for your needs or your clients' needs. I'm just going to whiz through these features here because if I go through them all in detail, it'll take all day. Right, stores, those are your templates, website templates specifically for e-commerce. Your webinars, these are webinar funnel templates. This is where you view all of your site analytics. This is where you can create a blog, and this is where you can connect the GoHighLevel platform to WordPress. So you can facilitate and manage all your WordPress sites from within GoHighLevel and connect it to other GoHighLevel features as well. This is where you can create a client portal so your clients can log on and manage certain services. And here's where you create forms, surveys and quizzes. So these are going to be essential if you're planning to collect lead data. Again, GoHighLevel provides an absolute ton of templates, so you just pick the relevant one, choose the lead form fields and you're ready to go. And then it also has a chat widget. So this is brilliant because it can facilitate live chat, but it can also move the chat onto SMS and email. So this is incredibly convenient, not only for you, but also for the person that's actually got the query, because it means they don't have to be sat at their desk waiting for a response. I know we've all used live chat before. You end up sitting there for 40 minutes waiting for the person on the other end to get back to you. By moving on to SMS or email or even WhatsApp, actually, you don't have to do that. You can just do it while you're on the go. So it's brilliant, it's more efficient and way more convenient for everybody in question. And then finally, GoHighLevel has a QR code generator, so if you use those for your businesses, you can create them here. Over in the memberships tab, you can create all sorts of different types of courses and you can launch a community. So this will replace a standalone tool like Kajabi or something similar, Teachable, etc. Although it doesn't contain as many features as a standalone platform would, it does give you enough to create fairly decent courses and run a basic community. So here's a quick look inside a course. You've got your modules and then you've got your lessons underneath each module. And if you just jump into the editing screen, you can upload one video and one audio file per lesson. You can add all your text, upload an image and add any files. So like I said, it is pretty basic, but it does give you enough to build pretty decent learning products. You can add certificates of completion if you want. And then just jumping here into the communities tab, you can set up different community groups for all your different courses or products. You can monetize them. But I will say that also these are basic. You can really only post and respond to posts, upload videos and things like that. But it does provide a less distracting place than somewhere like Facebook, for example. So it gives you a dedicated place for your community, for your audience to congregate and chat. Hopping in now to media storage. This is where you essentially upload all of your images and videos and you can access them all here. You can even connect to Google Drive and pull all of your assets in from there as well. The reporting tab is where you can view all of your data in granular detail, far more detailed than what the dashboard will show you. You can set up custom reports and you can even connect with Google and Facebook ads as well and view all of that data in one screen. Then we have the reputation tab. So again, you can connect with Facebook and Google and pull all of your reviews onto this dashboard. Now what it's going to tell you is your overall online review score and also any review trends. So if there is a recurring theme, something that people aren't happy about, you can view it here and then you can work to improve it. And you can also send review requests out from this platform as well, and you can automate that. So it increases the amount of reviews that you would normally get. And then, of course, this is a great thing to offer to clients as well, because one thing that's really important to any business is online reputation. So offering these services to clients is a great way to increase your revenue. And just to finish off, this is the app marketplace, so you can connect with a bunch of third-party apps. You don't have to use the platform, but you can if you need to. For example, if you have an e-commerce site, then you might want to integrate with a shipping partner, so you can facilitate that via GoHighLevel. And then just here in the settings, this is where you set up all of your services. So email, phone numbers, WhatsApp, AI agents, all of that, that's where you'll find it. And really, that is pretty much it. So as you can see, GoHighLevel is a true all-in-one business solution. And although this video has only scratched the surface of what it can do, it's hopefully given you a good idea of how it might work for your business. Now, really, you're not going to learn a great deal from watching this video. You have to use it yourself. So definitely sign up for the free trial. You get an extended 30 days by clicking the link in the description below. And I did mention at the start of the video, I would show you how to extend that to 58 days. So to do that, I'm just going to jump into agency view because that's where you can view all of the billing information. So just jump into here. Here we go. Here's a billing dashboard. You can see my subscription. All you do to extend your trial is go into modify, and then here you can apply for a trial extension. Now you have to have 7 days or less left on your existing trial. Once that happens, then you can extend the trial for another 14 days, and then once that's about to expire, you can extend it again for another 14 days, giving you 58 days worth of free use. So definitely use that, because that's going to give you plenty of time to understand the platform and dig into the features that really mean something for your business without actually committing financially. So really, that's all for me from this video. I hope you found it useful. As always, if you do have any questions or any concerns, please drop them in the comments box below. I am always happy to answer them. I hope you have a great day. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.